Welcome to our series about the participation of Brazil in World War II. Today is the day we talk about that legendary smoking snake patch and events that would change the soldiers' lives forever. It all started when the Minister of War went to visit the soldiers, spending the day with the troops, which is said to have raised their morale. After giving his best okay gesture to everything, Gaspar Dutra asks one of the generals why they hadn't adopted the soldiers' leave insignia system that the Americans used, and then he left. It was then that the smoking snake shoulder's leave insignia was created, in reference to a popular saying that can be literally translated as "when snakes smoke," which means when pigs fly. And it was a slap in the face of Brazilian society, who didn't believe soldiers would be actually sent. Ironically, Dutra, who had the idea, was one of these people. He had even fought to stop the invasion. Onwards, to battle now. Picking up straight from where we left off, the 6th Regiment of the Brazilian Expeditionary Force captures Somocolonia in their impetus to take Garfagnana, relying more on morale than on anything else. Because the troops on Garfagnana are left without enough ammunition, fuel, and even food, the logistics had been problematic from the start, and somehow these guys were replacing 7 experienced and well-armed divisions of the French and American armies that had left to join the invasion of Normandy 40 days before the Brazilians arrived. It's surprising how the inexperienced Brazilians pulled it off. Unfortunately, while the Brazilians celebrated their victories and rested, the Nazis took methamphetamines in the middle of the woods, for reals, just waiting to attack at exactly 3 a.m. Yeah, on Halloween. Yeah, it did happen on the 31st of October, 1944. I know it sounds like the plot of a cheesy novelization, but sometimes reality can be cartoonishly evil. And it must have been unforgettable to have 1,000 Nazis high on meth charging at you with MG-42 machine guns, which a Brazilian soldier popularly nicknamed as Lourdinhas, after his really jealous fiancée that was just as loud and punishing as the Nazi guns. Humor aside, the 6th Regiment and every Brazilian soldier learned a valuable lesson that night. Now they were no longer the green troops that arrived without training. Now they were prepared to be in the center of the Allied operations in Italy. The operations on the Serchio Valley were over, with 990 casualties, 208 prisoners. With the arrival of more regiments, they were about to engage in much bloodier battles. Under General Mascarenhas de Moraes, we'll cover this in our next videos, but you can check another video where we detail the huge battle that would happen next at Mount Castelo. While the Brazilian forces were part of the 5th American Army, they had been acting independently through the valley of the Serchio River, and so intensely that General Mark Clark decided they deserved some rest, and that was just one day before the incident on Halloween. This one Brazilian regiment had to replace 7 French and American regiments and took just as big of a punishment. However, despite enjoying rest, praise, and the coolest insignia in the war, the Brazilian veterans, along with the newly arrived regiments, would be redeployed to the valley of the Reno River. The only problem being that the region was infested with some of the best Nazi soldiers, divisions that fought in Stalingrad and were experts in mountain warfare, known to be extremely dangerous. We'd like to thank everyone who answered our survey about the next video's topic. And with that in mind, we're gonna continue our series about Brazil in the Second World War, this time with videos about the actions on the Reno Valley, where the bloodiest battles happened. We are also preparing some dubbed versions in Brazilian Portuguese for you guys. So the channel needs your support to grow. If you can kindly share this video, like and comment, it's gonna be a lot of help. We believe that this video should reach a wider audience, because the deeds of the Brazilian pracinhas should not be forgotten. They fought a lot, and they're seldom remembered by history books. Nobility comes from the inside. It's the act of helping. Have a good evening.